According to the U.S. Sun, Mamajune's daughter Pumpkin was evicted from a Georgia trailer after refusing to pay nearly $4,000 in back rent. I remember hearing about this from LB months ago, but the Sun is just now breaking this story with more details. So, for those of you guys who are saying, I thought Pumpkin lived in this big mansion that we see on her seasons. Well, that is an Airbnb that the production rents for her and her family to stay in. But this trailer that she purchased was a place she solely purchased so she could run her business as Sister's Closet out of there. The U.S. Sun was able to get their hands on the landlord's complaint, and they claim that Lauryn, aka Pumpkin, not only didn't pay rent, but she was not paying her electric bill, and that was one of the requirements when she signed the lease, is she had to keep the electricity on at all times. The landlord claimed that Pumpkin owed him $3,000 in rent, $110 in late fees, and she also failed to pay the electric bill, which was supposed to be turned on, but it was not. And according to the landlord, he said that Pumpkin was using the trailer as a home, but it also appeared that she was using it for her sister's closet business. And a court clerk said that despite the landlord suing Pumpkin for rent, she has not paid up, and she just skipped out on the property altogether and has just totally went ghost on them. The plaintiff informed us that the defendant had already vacated the property. It's been resolved. Now the money hadn't been paid, but she has since moved, according to the court clerk. She did eventually get her own building that we seen featured on the first episode of Mamajune this season. I don't know if that was before or after she vacated this property, but she vacated in mid-January, and she had been staying there since August of 2024, paying $1,500 a month rent. So she stayed for about 5 months in total. And according to the Sun, she's been struggling financially for years. Back in 2022, she came out and was claiming that she was struggling to afford groceries for her kids, and Alana. And she's been having a lot of issues with her sister's closet business. I'm honestly shocked that she's having these kind of financial issues, because when her and Josh got divorced, they had to dig into their financials, and it was discovered that Josh and Pumpkin were both making over $20,000 a month. A month! 20,000 times 12? That's over $240,000 a year, $250,000 a year. That is way more than a typical person makes, and she claims that she's out here financially struggling. I guess she's not good with money at all, which doesn't surprise me after what we've heard from the Sister's Closet. One of her employees, Paisley, that we were introduced to on the first episode of this season, Friday night, she was hired by Pumpkin, and she actually spoke out against Pumpkin, and we covered her interview she did with LB. So Pumpkin was taking all these orders, and then she was getting all these complaints on her Facebook page. People were saying, I'm not getting my orders. I got the wrong order. You forgot this item. And people were not getting their situations handled. A lot of people were starting to speculate that Pumpkin was selling inventory that she did not have on hand, or she was going around and getting the money from the customers and spending the money on other things instead of the product. And this is exactly what her former employee confirmed in this interview. She said that Pumpkin would sell items she didn't even have, and then she'd turn around and take the money she earned from those items, and instead of purchasing the items, she would spend it on other things and go out on vacations and spend the money, and then just totally ignore the customers, or she was sitting there blaming it on her former employees. And that's one of the reasons why they decided to quit. And she was just being very financially irresponsible. And so people were blowing her up nonstop, saying, where's my items? And she would either not respond, or she kept putting them off, saying, oh, don't worry, it's coming, you'll have it next week. And then they'd check in and they'd be like, it's been a week, I still don't have it. And then Pumpkin just suddenly went ghost on her sister's closet Facebook page. her last post on March 2nd was full of people in the comments calling her out, saying, look, I placed an order. I still have not received any info. When can I expect it? It would be greatly appreciated. Someone else said, if you can't handle work and life, shut one down. Oh yeah, has it? You shut down your marriage. Then someone else said, has anyone got their orders yet? And someone said, I've read she's not sending the items and she's being shady and not responding to emails. I'm not sure how true it is. I hope that's not the case for you. And someone said, I ordered a shirt almost a month ago, still haven't got it or heard anything. Someone said, people act like this is new. She did this to me almost 2 years ago, kept lying to me that it was sent. It never was, and then she wouldn't answer me anymore. I was so nice and super patient, but it didn't matter. She stole my money, period. And then a lot of people were just complaining. It seemed like every other comment was someone complaining. Someone said, Pumpkin, you are a piece of ish. Someone else said, I placed an order weeks ago. I've emailed about the order and I've got no response. I never got the order and would like a refund. Then suddenly, after months of just disappearing on the sister's closet, I thought she had given up on the business altogether. Then after going MIA for almost 3 months, she suddenly posted today and said, hey everyone, I took a break from my business due to dealing with personal issues in my life. Okay, and I also feel like because you didn't want to deal with all the issues that were coming from the business and all the people complaining. And she said, I've been wanting to enjoy my time with kids and enjoy the life that I'm building. However, I have missed each and every one of you, and I've truly missed what I do here and the impact I've had on others. Over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'll be working to bring the Sisters Closet back with a brand new schedule, all new games, and of course, great inventory. And I'll also be working to fix all mistakes that were made during the holiday seasons and other times. For all the new people coming and joining our page, welcome to the Sisters Closet. We are size inclusive here. We offer the best quality items, and most importantly, we welcome everyone. It's super simple and super easy to shop with us, and I'll also be redoing our website and updating inventory as well to offer you guys the latest trends. So as we're making the transition, updating inventory and our website and fixing mistakes that were made along the way, we will update the page. I'll also be updating the page with a video on how to shop with us as well. Here's to new adventures and new beginnings. I can't wait to see everyone back in a few weeks. I find this interesting that she's starting now, and I think it's because she probably went broke, didn't have money to fix the mistakes, and now that the new show is back on, she gets paid every time an episode airs. So she got paid this past Friday, and she's probably going to be using some of her paychecks to be buying some inventory to start this business back up, and hopefully she is fixing the mistakes like she claimed. You know, she said this so many times that she's gonna fix the mistakes, and there's still so many people complaining. So, you know, it's one of those things, I'm gonna have to see it before I believe it. But it definitely seems like, you know, she got that free promotion off the show, and she's wanting to take advantage of that and get her business back going. I mean, she did have a good thing going, but she has burned a lot of people along the way. But from the sounds of her latest post, it sounds like she's getting a lot of new customers who may not be aware of her history. So if you're one of those people, just go look at some of my older videos on the situation, or look at LB's channel and look up her interview she did with Pumpkin's former employees. And it's just very telling on what she was doing behind the scenes with the business and just her shady business practices. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.